Anadanganya Kenya mzima kwa sababu anakumbuka vizuri wakati tulikuwa nafanya upelelezi, parliament ilifanya upelelezi na waziri wa kilimo akatimuliwa. Kwa hivyo kama alitimuliwa hakuna kitu kingine tungeweza kufanya. Kwa hivyo bwana Maanzo unadanganya sisi, na nikitaka kusema kitu kingine nataka nikulipue. Unakumbuka wewe ulienda kwa waziri wa kilimo.
One of the committees here is going to contribute, and you tell you it is here.
Senator Cherargei, do you want to inform the Honorable Senator?
Mstahiki Speaker, niko kidogo na shida ya koo, kwa hivyo sitaweza kwa sasa.
Mr. Speaker, I still insist that none of the farmers in the country have been compensated, yes, and nothing has been done about it.
To say on the floor of the House that nothing has been done, Mr. Speaker, even if we have to bash government, let us also be fair in terms of the truth, Mr. Speaker.
And most important, Mr. Speaker, is the issue of agriculture. Mr. Speaker, we are aware in this country there was a big fertilizer scandal. I am in the Agriculture Committee. We followed up the matter. We brought all the evidence that there was fake fertilizer in the country. That matter has just been swept into the carpet. A solution has not been given. The farmers who lost or who are sold fake fertilizer have not been given proper fertilizer. The crop was poor out of that. And Mr. Speaker, this matter is still not settled, and farmers are not certain whether with this season now, when we are doing farming, they are going to have fertilizer, which is going to make their crops do better. And fertilizers is a very, very important thing. You cannot be sure. There's no guarantee, absolutely,
Senator,
from the government that it will be done.
Senator Kitonga,
yes.
Would you like to be informed by Senator Cherargei?
No, I don't want to be informed by Senator Cherargei. He belonged to the same lie government, and most probably he lied to me. He would not inform me.
Senator Cherargei, what's your point of order?
Mr. Speaker, I would not wish to interrupt my brother, but standing order 105. You remember, for us who are farmers, it is unfair for Senator Maanzo to mislead the public. Yet when this issue of fake fertilizer came out, the National Cereals and Produce Board encouraged farmers to report any fake fertilizer for compensation, Mr. Speaker. To say on the floor of the House that nothing has been done, Mr. Speaker, even if we have to bash government, let us also be fair in terms of the truth, Mr. Speaker.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, the farmers in Makueni reported and none has been compensated.
Just one moment. Senator Majority Leader, what is your point of order?
I know that Senator Maanzo is a member of the Agriculture Committee. You know, Mr. Speaker, there is a new trend that is emerging where politicians are becoming clickbait addicts. They want to say things just to get likes and on TikTok. Mr. Speaker, can Senator Maanzo table before this House the report of their committee and the recommendations that they made, because he's a member of the Agriculture Committee on this fertilizer issue, and how he voted if eventually it made it to this House?
Mr. Speaker, I am true to the facts of the report. I'm aware it's been worked on. It's going to be tabled in this House.
Then it is you who has done
it is here. The report is already in this House, Mr. Speaker. And it is clear that the chairman of the committee is here is going to contribute, and you tell you. It is here. Can I allow the chairman of the committee to inform me, Mr. Speaker? Because it's just becoming a back and forth argument. Yet you know there is fake fertilizer in the country and no one has ever been compensated. The chairman.
Do you want Senator Cherargei, do you want to inform the Honorable Senator? Give him the mic.
Yeah, the mic is there.
Next.
Mstahiki Speaker, niko kidogo na shida ya koo, kwa hivyo sitaweza kwa sasa.
Mr. Speaker, I still insist that none of the farmers in the country have been compensated, Yes, and nothing has been done about it by the government of Kenya. That's supposed to be done by the Minister of Agriculture. We have summoned them several times, and they have appeared, and they say they will rectify that, yet it has not been done, Mr. Speaker. And therefore, oh yes, that's the position, Mr. Speaker. That's the position, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Mundingi, what is your point of order?
Asante Bwana Spika, mimi ni naibu mdogo wa mwenyekiti wa kamati ya agriculture ambaye Senator Maanzo wa Makoeni ako katika ile kamati. Anadanganya Kenya mzima kwa sababu anakumbuka vizuri wakati tulikuwa nafanya upelelezi parliament ilifanya upelelezi na waziri wa kilimo akatimuliwa. Kwa hivyo kama alitimuliwa hakuna kitu kingine tungeweza kufanya. Kwa hivyo Bwana Maanzo unadanganya sisi, na nikitaka kusema kitu kingine nataka nikulipue. Unakumbuka wewe ulienda kwa waziri wa kilimo. Asante Bwana Speaker.
I want to say that no.
Senator, one moment. The minister. Order, senators, order. Senator Mohamed Faki, what is your point of order?
Mheshimiwa Spika, nafikiri aliyekuwa senator na waziri wa kilimo Mheshimiwa Linturi hakutimiliwa katika bunge. Mswada wa kumuondoa mamlakani ulishindwa katika bunge la kitaifa. Kwa hivyo si sawa kwa Mheshimiwa Mundigi kusema kwamba alitimuliwa.
Minority Leader.
Angalia Hansard.
Minority Leader, what is your point of order?
Asante mstahiki Spika. Kwa hoja yangu ya nidhamu ni kwamba aliposema kwamba Maanzo Senator Maanzo, wajua kuharibiana majina ndani ya bunge sengine Wakenya wote wanaangalia. Heshima lazima tuiweke mbele. Lakini ikiwa tutaketi hapa na kuanza kusema maneno ambayo baadaye yataweza kuleta kashfa, nikizingatia kwamba ndugu yangu Maanzo yeye kila asubuhi yuko kwenye maruninga, kwa hiyo itakuwa si heshima kwa jina lake kuharibiwa namna hiyo. Nataka kuuliza tu ya kwamba kama alivyosema ya kwamba nataka kutoboa siri, ya kwamba mimi nataka kutoboa siri, alafu akasema Maanzo alienda kwa waziri, hiyo ni kumaanisha nini? Anaweza kufananua?
Senator Mundingi, lazima ufafanue matamshi yako.
Mimi ningetaka kusema mimi nilikuwa mwenyekiti mdogo wa kamati, na kila mara kwa sababu parliament ilikuwa imepitisha na akawa karibu aweze kufutwa kazi, kila mara nikiwa mwenyekiti Maanzo alikuwa anataka tuende tukakutane na waziri, lakini nikamwambia hii haiwezekani. Lakini kama haikuwezekana mimi nikafikiria Bwana Maanzo alienda. Asante.
Mr. Speaker, I want to say that the former Minister of Agriculture was a member of this House, and in many times when we took him on in this particular matter, he used to get surprised on this floor as to the issue of fertilizer. And you remember the first time he denied there was fake fertilizer in the country. When we proved him wrong, he said he had been misled. And in fact, according to him, and that's why we will meet him a lot of times, even outside here, when we are taking a break, he'll say other people did this fake fertilizer and misled him. So he admitted that there was fake fertilizer in the country, and I am insisting, take your statistics. At least in Makueni, no farmer has been compensated, and I am sure no farmer in the country has been compensated. For if any farmer has been compensated, it is with what budget? Did this House approve any budget? I can assure you, there's no single farmer who has been compensated, and therefore the government must compensate the farmers.
What is your point of order?
Mr. Speaker, accuracy of fact standing order number 5. Why don't Senator Maanzo table evidence? Because where I come from, farmers were substituted with good fertilizer, Mr. Speaker. Is it in order for Senator Maanzo to gaslight the country to say that nothing was done about compensation on fake fertilizer, Mr. Speaker? Can you tell him to table evidence? Because where I come from, the government has done the necessary rectifiable measures against farmers who got a fake fertilizer, Mr. Speaker, and they did register for compensation. Can he give evidence, Mr. Speaker?
Mr. Speaker, I can assure the nation and the people of Makueni who have elected me no, and they are the ones I represent. At least for the count I represent, no farmer has been compensated. And the government does not expect good produce having fake fertilizer in the country, and then nothing is being done about it. Yet agriculture is the backbone of this nation.
Senator Maanzo, the Honorable Senator from Nandi has stood in a point of order for substantiating your statement to be factual. And he is asking if you're able to table evidence to the fact that not a single farmer from your county was compensated or had their fake fertilizer substituted with proper fertilizer. Are you able to table that evidence, Senator Maanzo?
He has said in his county they have been compensated. Can you also table evidence to show that in your county the farmers have been compensated, Mr. Speaker?
Senator,
you have also alleged. You have also alleged.
Senator,
you are a lawyer.
Senator Cherargei,
So both of us should table evidence.
Senator Cherargei and Senator Maanzo, we will not engage in the two of you exchanging on the floor of the House. Senator Cherargei stood on a point of order that you substantiate the fact that not a single farmer in your county was either compensated or had the fake fertilizer substituted. At this point in time, it is for you to provide that evidence.
Mr.
Will
Speaker,
you be able to
I'll provide
substantiate?
the evidence
Very well.
after 1 week.
After 1 week. Very well, Senator. Please proceed. Senator Maanzo, will you be able to provide it by tomorrow?
I'll do my level best to get the information from the Ministry of Agriculture.
Very well. Please
Because there's
conclude.
none.
Senator Maanzo, don't engage.
Yes, I love to.
Order.
The information will only come from the minister.
Order, senators. Order, Senator. Senator Maanzo,
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
you will substantiate by tomorrow. In the meantime, proceed with your submission.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and a lot of my time has been wasted by Senator Cherargei with his denials.
We will add for you time.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, about the CBC education, Mr. Speaker, one of the biggest failures is that although it was started in a different system and it is ongoing, Mr. Speaker, there are questions which the government cannot answer. Why are you building an extra class in the primary schools and leaving an unattended class at the high school? Mr. Speaker, this particular activity is a very big expense to the country. Mr. Speaker, it has caused confusion to a lot of learning children, and my suggestion on this particular matter would be that, Mr. Speaker, then it is better for the nation to have a system whereby we do not have wastage in terms of an empty classroom, yet we are building another one, Mr. Speaker. One can only conclude that this was be done to benefit a few business people. And also the same thing applies with the printing of books, Mr. Speaker. And the CBC right now is unconstitutional in the fact that the CBC expects, Mr. Speaker, that you serve all Kenyans equally. If a primary school has no internet, has no education, then it will not equate same service to a child from a privileged region which has those facilities, Mr. Speaker. So this currently is unconstitutional, can only best be implemented when you have electricity in every home in the country, electricity in every school in the country, and internet in every school and in every home in the country. Mr. Speaker, then, only then will you say the children are being served equally, and therefore that's a matter I think the government should look about, should take care about. Mr. Speaker, about abductions, I would like to say that there are abductions in the country. I participated in the case of Bob Jackie, representing the Law Society of Kenya. Bob Jackie was abducted for more than 30 days. In his abduction, there were other people, Mr. Speaker, and therefore, The police cannot deny that there are no abductions in the country. They should give the president proper information that, Mr. Speaker, extrajudicial activities and extrajudicial killings have happened, and if the president wants that information, he should have one-on-one with Bob Jackie, and you know that quite a number of people are still missing in the country. Others are in the city mortuary, Mr. Speaker. Quite a number of people in the city mortuary who have not been claimed, and the other day the government went to court to dispose the bodies, Mr. Speaker. What should happen in that particular scenario is that and I have a question pending here for the new Minister for Interior, that they should have taken fingerprints of all these people, and everybody will be informed through their chief that the whereabouts of their missing child in Nairobi, Mr. Speaker. And similarly, on the femicide, Mr. Speaker, in the country, and even the abductions on ladies in the country, Mr. Speaker, it is true that, Mr. Speaker, Article 137 must be followed, and that so long as you are, as the President says, so long as you are demonstrating within the law, then you should not be confronted, Mr. Speaker. What we saw is a proposal of law in Parliament to control demonstrations against Article 37, Mr. Speaker. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, it is important that we all follow the law, we all listen, as the President said,